Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, voice girl, and welcome once again to another edition of the Man Space Podcast. Now, this is the voice of Russ, and with me, as always, is my co-host who's happy because the Bowberry sausage biscuit from Bojangles is back. The one and only Big Lutz.
I was wondering why I was so happy, you know. I was wondering. I was like, why am I happy today? What's going on? Well, the Bowberry biscuit is back with sausage.
Boy, I'm just waiting for you to tell me that Miss Les see that commercial.
Hey, bro, I hope. I don't care if she do see it. I ain't going.
And they 2 for $5, dog.
I don't
they
care.
2 for $5.
I don't care. I ain't doing it.
No.
Right. No. Man, I'm learning how to express myself with willpower. Okay? I'm learning. Like I said, I'm still working on it, but I'm learning how to express myself.
As my mother-in-law tells me all the time, put your foot down.
That's what you say. Put your foot down.
Put your foot down,
okay.
Les.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm learning.
You go over there and put your foot down. You can be calling me Russ. Is your couch available?
Exactly. I'm gonna pull back a nub. You know what I'm saying? Whole foot gonna get lopped off. You know, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. What's been going on, Killer?
Man, I've been on the road. You know, making some appearances here and there, and bro,
yeah.
You can't. I can't be the only one that's ever have to deal with this, dog. I'm riding back, wife in the passenger seat, and the whole time I just feel my wrist. Bzz, bzz. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I look at my wrist. She over there sending me reels from the passenger seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to get my eyes checked, right?
Mine did the same thing. We be sitting in the living room.
Dog, went to get my eyes checked, right? I'm trying to get my glasses. Yeah. I'm sitting there talking to the nurse. My wife is in the next seat. And what?
Yeah.
Like, seriously? I know she don't have earbuds in, so I know she can't hear what she's watching. She just sending me the stuff. And then gonna have the nerve to say,
she got closed caption and all.
Right.
She had closed caption and all. She read it all.
So then she got the nerve to say, did you see that video? Like, when?
Right.
When I'm in with the doctor. I'm in with the doctor right now. How am I
thought I was the only one that dealt with that part. Because mine being said, I sent you a video. Yeah, like 3 seconds ago. I ain't even got my phone in my hand yet. You know, you sitting across from me. You know I ain't looked yet.
We were watching a movie last night. I don't even remember the name of the movie. It wasn't good. It was something on Netflix, but it wasn't good. Right? It was some movie from the Netherlands. The Hostage was not good.
Okay, no.
Right? It was voiced over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, are the words off a little bit? You know, I know I need some new glasses, but I'm like, I'm looking.
You trying, you looking and see. Yeah.
Right. Because on in the original subtext, they're switching out of Dutch and English.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie. So I'm like, the voice is off. You know, but the movie was not good. We sat there and watched the whole thing. But we're sitting there. I'm in my favorite chair.
Right.
I am in arm's length My wife on the couch. I'm within arm's length away from her.
Yeah. And still.
Seriously? Show it to me. I'm right here.
Yeah.
Just show it
Just
to
flip
me.
it around and be like, look.
Just flip it around.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. No matter how much we say or it doesn't matter, bro. Mine, she just likes to send me stuff. And I'm like, man, okay, babe.
Oh, and then she got the
I'll
nerve.
look at
She'll
it.
start texting me TikTok stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I tell
Recipes
her,
and all that stuff.
I don't have TikTok. I don't have an account. I can't watch it.
Right.
So then she'll go and find it on Instagram and send it to me on Instagram.
Oh.
And then Facebook has gotten bad enough. Facebook will start sending you reminders that you haven't watched.
That you got to, yes. Yes. What kind of crap is that?
Yes. Man,
I'm almost done with social media, bro. It's like too much, man.
It is way.
It is like it's just so overbearing. You know what I mean? It's like a neighbor who think they're your mama and your daddy, and they always telling you what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's too much, man. It's
I don't know where the restrictions started happening because it's starting to be like very more risque of what you're starting to see on social media.
Very much so. Very much so.
I'm like, whoa, you know, I'm sitting there and just scrolling through my feed. My wife's sitting beside me, and all of a sudden you just see, boom. I'm like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah. I saw full out corn yesterday. You know what I mean? I was just like, what is this? You know, then you swipe past it, and I'm like, I'm not supposed to see stuff like that on my social media page. That's not my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But,
she just buzzed me now with a reel.
Oh,
but
my
bro,
God.
I gotta do it. It's time.
Yeah. Here we go.
Food alert. Food alert. The Moonspace Podcast is talking about food again. Food alert. Food alert.
My friend, and those that follow us on Manspace Nat 1 on Instagram, you know that I finally found these after 4 months of talking about these. No, it is not the Rice Krispie ice cream bar because that's still sold out.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is the Nutty Buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh,
Nutty Buddy soft baked cream pies, bro. Out of the Little Debbie sticks, and I have not tried it.
You have not?
I have not tried it. This is you know, I told Ms. Russ I'm very proud of myself because I texted you this on Thursday.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Peeling the curtain back, it is now Tuesday as we're doing the show. I text Les' picture back on Thursday. Now, old me,
you would have sent me a picture with one in your mouth. Yeah.
While I was driving down the road, I probably would have ate 2 of them on the ride. And if they were good, I would have hit them.
Yeah.
I would have hit them. And I wouldn't have hit them in the car because, you know, now it's getting warm. It would have overheated in the car. I would have found a way to get them into the house and hid them here in the man cave where my wife wouldn't have found them because she don't come into my office space, right? So she would, you know, so I would have kept them from her if I would have really liked them. And then would have got another box and then shared that one with her.
Yeah.
But that was the old me.
That was the old. But so the new you now. Okay, tell us about the new you, sir.
Is showing willpower. And I've had these things since Thursday. I have not opened them. I sat there and I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna open them on the show because I am trying to get out of these big back activities, right?
I swear, man. Some of the comments that we make on this show, bro. The big back activities is especially exquisite. You know.
Yes, and I realize I have some future purchases that I'm gonna have to make,
Yeah.
and because of those future purchases, I might have to get stripper body ready. Money saved up for this, so I need to stop all the big back activities.
Yeah. You
I
got to get
know
off the big back activities.
there might be some women out there that like the roundness, but I don't need
Yeah.
to be in that category no more. I've been working. I've been doing the crunches. I've been doing that. I've been getting all into it, right?
Oh my God.
So I
Oh,
have been working out every morning. I've been
yeah.
doing my workouts every morning. I've been doing good. So
Okay.
I have not
Okay.
opened this box,
Oh,
but I'm going to open
so
it today because
yeah,
out of
there we go.
Little Debbie snacks,
Mm,
Little Debbie snacks, the Nutty Buddy, the bar
mhm.
is probably my favorite of anything. Like when
Yeah.
I get a craving for like a Little Debbie,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna
That's
go
what it
to.
is. Okay.
That's my number one, and then the honey bun is like number two.
Got it.
Yeah.
Honey
And it's gotta
buns.
be the glazed one, the iced one. It's
Oh,
not just the regular honey bun. I gotta have the iced one.
so that is my wife's little
Mhm.
secret joy.
Yeah.
Honey buns. Yeah.
Is it
So
the iced one or is it just the regular?
no, it's the iced one. It's
Yeah.
not the frosted with the white frosting. She don't like that.
Yeah. That's the one I like. The
You
iced
like
one.
the frosting one.
Yes. Yes.
She likes the one that's like the Krispy Kreme.
Yes. Okay, that glaze.
That's the
Yes.
glaze. Yeah, she likes
Mhm.
that one.
I
So
only like that one
uh,
if I put it in the microwave.
bruh, and that is like what you have to do. That
Mhm.
I think those are heating instructions that's on the pack, right? This is real fat back activities. You know what I'm saying?
You know
We-
what the sad part is? I don't think I've ever read.
I ain't either, but still, I would imagine that they on the back of the bag. Best served well, heat and microwave with a slight slit in the plastic for 30 seconds. Slightly open the package, but be careful.
The steam.
It is hot.
Yes.
The contain the honey bun that's contained inside of the plastic wrapping is extremely hot. Use caution. That's on the back of it. You know what I'm
That's on
saying?
the back. Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But that's her thing. She
Yes.
heats
And
them
what is
boys
yours?
up. I'm a food guy.
Mhm.
I just like food. If I
Yes,
had
but
it,
when it
if I
when
had
it
a
came down
dessert,
to just Little Debbie, we
ugh,
just narrow it down to Little Debbie.
oatmeal cream pie.
Mm, okay.
I used to stand there and open them things, and before I used to stick the whole cream pie in my mouth and drop the plastic. I had another one open. It was an assembly line. You know what I'm saying? And you know them things a little tough, right? They'll get a little clogged up in there because it's a lot, right? I used
Mhm.
to make double sandwiches, bro. Walk around or
No.
triple of them, put three of them together, smash, and walk around eating it like it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you know. And I think it
Have
was
you
only like
seen the folks that would deep fry those?
yes. And I always said I would never try that.
Mhm.
But I got to the point of big back activities where I was gonna do it. I wanted to I made the batter up where it's nice, the consistency was
Yeah.
good. And I was like, man,
Yeah.
let's fry some Oreos, let's fry some Twinkies.
I yeah, I've done those. I've done both of those.
The wife
I
wasn't about them big back activities when I was. We went at
I
separate
did them.
times. Yeah,
Yeah, I did both of those. Yeah, those quite good. Quite good with a
man.
little bit of powdered sugar across the top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
But
I made the stuff up and had to go to work or something like that.
mhm.
Grandkids came over and wiped out all of the things that went inside of it.
No,
Oh yeah,
no.
oh yeah, because I had Oreos, bro. I don't even eat Oreos,
Yeah,
but I was gonna try the golden ones because I like the golden ones. The goldens, the wife liked the black and white ones. I
yeah.
had some oatmeal pies. I had the Twinkies, and I had just went a little crazy. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I went a little crazy. Let me get 2 of those, 3 of those, 5 of those. Let me get a box of that, you know.
Mhm.
And before I knew it, bro, came home. Yeah, there wasn't a sweet in that bad boy. I don't even know what happened to the batter.
Mm. Yeah. So I watched somebody actually take like the little bottle cap and push through
Mm,
the center of the cream pie, and
mm,
then they dip it in the pancake batter and
mm.
made like a donut out of it.
See, I retired from big back activities. I retired. You know, I got situations that was caused by big back activities going on. You know, and I ain't supposed to do none of that stuff. But you making me. I've been slowly going to big back activities too, and I need to stop. I'm working on this. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Well, I I'm gonna try this.
Oh God.
A whole one is about 390 calories.
Oh Lord.
Do you know you have to walk more than 10,000
Thousand
steps?
to burn off that.
Yeah, 10,000 steps is anywhere between 3 to 400 calories.
And how many
You
miles?
got to
That's
jump
5
rope
miles,
for
right?
30 minutes. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to jump rope for 30 minutes to
That's
burn
it.
300. I can't jump rope at all. I've never been that talented. I quit playing basketball in school because I couldn't jump rope because they tried to make me a center,
Oh my
and you
God.
had to do weighted jump ropes.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
had a 15-pound rope fall across the back of my neck,
Oh
and I was
yeah.
laid face down on the court,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like done because I don't know how to jump rope. I never learned. I can't do it. But I have my trash can beside me too, just in case I
Yeah.
don't like this.
Oh
But
hell.
it has it broken down that 1/3 of a cookie is 130 calories. Now I
One
know I've worked out enough.
1/3 of a cookie.
1/3, 1/3. I
Who gonna be
know
able to
I'm
eat
good.
1/3?
I know I've done just about that much. You know, I'm looking at my watch. I'm just over 6,000 steps today. I did work
Okay.
out this morning.
6,000 steps and you worked out. Okay.
And I
All
worked
right.
out. And I worked out. So I think I'm good for
Okay.
my third. I'm
All
pretty
right. Well,
sure I'm good for my third. So I just pulled this out of the package.
oh Lord. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Put it
Oh,
close. Put it close so we can hear
yep,
the
yep,
package right.
okay.
Wrinkle
All
the
right, all
package.
right.
Yeah, there you go.
All
One
right,
second.
all
Oh,
right.
oh, there it
All
is.
right.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
little firmness, little firmness,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds authentic. Sounds authentic. Oh, oh yeah, there it is.
You can smell the peanut butter and the
Uh,
chocolate. It,
mm,
I'm fearing like to me this just had Nutty Buddy all over it. The
hmm
way it was like I love the Nutty Buddy, and I just
yeah.
that's what I was
hmm
envisioning.
Mm. I mean, but Nutty Buddy's pretty good though.
And now I just have this fear that it's not going to be that good. All right, I'm gonna try this now.
Come on now.
Here we
You're
go.
salivating. Come on, hurry up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is when we should have some doomsday music. Oh no. You hit it with the butt. Oh no. Is it a waste of time? It's a waste of time.
It is a waste of time. It is a waste of time.
Oh,
Um, this was a miss.
it was a miss. Not even
I,
a hit.
yeah, I guess because of the Nutty Buddy and the wafers, you
Yeah.
expected a little bit of a crunch. There's no
Crunch.
crunch.
See, I would expect
There's
the crunch. I would expect the crunch out of
yeah,
it also.
it needs that wafer in there.
Mhm.
It's it's dry until you actually get the little peanut butter. Like the cookie piece is very, very dry. You would expect it like something like a oatmeal-ish,
Yeah.
because of the oatmeal cream pies. No, it's just a chocolate cookie with peanut butter in the middle.
Mm.
I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed.
That's no good. Oh,
This
man. So are you going to be able to finish the box, or you just going to give them to some
No.
kids in the neighborhood?
Yeah, these will be on the shelf until somebody come over.
So the grandbabies, hey, get them one of them packs.
Yeah. I'm gonna go visit my sister-in-law and take them to her kids.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Russ.
Yeah, I know little Russ is coming home on Sunday, and I know she ain't gonna eat it. She's so weirded out by anything. Yeah,
she's funnier than you.
Yeah.
She'd be like, yeah, no, the texture is off. I'm not doing that.
That was a disappointment. That was a waste of calories right there.
Well, go ahead, man. Let's take a break.
I need to go to break. I need to go to break. Yeah. I'm so hurt. All right, big bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, has anybody ever referred to you outside of your actual nieces and nephews as Unc?
Yeah. I think they seen this gray right here and was.
In what way did they do it? What? How did this come about? How was it said to you?
It was, it was it's just in a casual setting.
Mm-hmm.
A young man was trying to have somebody grab me for something.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "No, Unc, right there. Go grab Unc." It was like four of us over there, but he was having a hard time distinguishing which Unc to grab because we were all of men of certain age,
right.
gray beards and dressed a little bit more age appropriate.
Okay. So the term Unc, short for uncle,
right,
usually refers to an older gentleman.
Yes.
And it tend to be someone who's a little out of touch or behind the times, or acting in a way that is seen as corny. So it can be playful.
I thought it was a good thing to be
right. It could be teasing. Just depending on the tone and the context of how it's said. It's like saying you're crazy. Right? Depending on the tone, man, you so crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
You crazy.
Yeah.
The tone.
See, the first one I was more accepting of. The second one is
right.
Like, I'll smack you, young buck.
So, my niece, the first time I ever saw it, my niece texted it to me, and when she said it, I was like, "What the heck is that?" Because I'm like, at the time I lived right by Chapel Hill. I was right in between, right in between Chapel Hill and Duke University. I'm like, only UNC I know is University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. So I'm like, why is she calling me? Why is she calling me?
Yeah, but see,
University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Right. Instead of
So right. So I didn't know it because it came in text. That was the first time I'd ever that was a long time ago. So
Right.
the term wasn't as widely used as it is today.
Yeah.
But what age do you feel that it's almost accepted that you get called an unk? Because a lot of times that when you hear people using it, it's people that the only job they ever had was flipping burgers at McDonald's. I mean, they
See,
and it's ain't to disrespect it's not
yeah.
to disrespect any McDonald's workers, but
Mhm.
usually these are teenagers, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
yeah, they were born sometime in the 2000s.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So when they use this term "unk status," so
Mm.
at what age do you think is officially acceptable that somebody calls you unk?
Mm.
So Shannon Sharp has the show Unk and Ocho Show, right?
Yep.
He kept that one even though he stepped down from ESPN.
Yeah.
That's a whole
Yeah.
different story. But
Did he have a choice? Anyway.
yeah, right. But a whole different story. But he likes being called Unk, right?
Well, see,
Sh-
so
What, 58, something like that?
yeah. I was gonna say in the 50 range,
Okay,
right?
50,
But here's
50
the thing,
range.
though. Yeah, but
Mhm.
here's the thing. That definition you gave for unk is definitely not the definition I thought unk would be.
What did you think it would be?
I thought unk would be like, like a wiser, older gentleman,
Mm-hmm.
right? I thought it was a respectful play on uncle, because normally you look at
Mm-hmm.
your uncles in your
Right?
life as respectable adults. Well,
Right?
sometimes they
And
they
and
let you have a lot
it
more
can
fun.
be.
Yeah,
It can be because a lot of times you have people that you are close with that will call you
yeah,
Unk, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
this
yeah.
is but that's more in that realm where it is respectful, right?
Mhm,
You
mhm.
have if you have a young buck that you've known for a minute,
Yeah,
they
I'm
call you
unk
Unk.
to him. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
unk.
yeah.
I'm like
That's
family. See, that's how
yeah,
I,
that's that like family. But a young
yeah,
buck off the street that don't know you calling you Unk, he don't know you to be that kind of respectful. He
that's
could
true.
just be saying you're an old dude.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I just thought that, all right, you know, because these some of these young boys out here, bro, they
Right.
communication is different. They stuff is just different, bro. And I sit back because I
Absolutely.
work with a lot of young cats,
Hmm.
and the communication, I'll be like, why is she your bruh? That one
Right.
still get me, bruh. Who,
Yeah.
bruh?
Oh man.
You
Uh
know,
y- yeah, man. I'm like, hold up. And you
right?
see that a lot of times from athletes, right? When they're being
Yeah,
interviewed
yeah.
after a game or at
Mhm.
halftime or whatever. Man, we just played the game, man, and I
Mhm.
was open, man. And I'm like, this is a woman that you're talking
Right,
to.
right.
Right, right,
You
right.
know that I hate to say it out loud, but that kind of irritates me. It does. And
Yep, your uncle showing.
yeah, I know it is. It is. That's the see. There we go. That old school. That that
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we come from a different set of rules.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then these young cats out here now. Everybody, bruh, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, it's a little borderline disrespectful. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm still a believer in yes, ma'am, yes, sir.
Right, right, right.
Thank you, ma'am, thank you, sir. But that's just me, though. Because I've reached that status, I guess. In my book, I should be, I should have that status, but you never know. I used
Do
to be
you
corny.
think yeah. But
Middle finger up, fella. Middle finger is up.
Do you think that men try too hard to stay relevant?
Yes.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
so?
I think the like the dressing and
Mhm.
things like that, how they dress. And don't get me wrong, you can wear what you want to wear and do those things. But I'm just not one to go have a $200 pair of sneakers and and dress like these young cats
Yeah,
out here.
yeah, yeah. You gotta.
I'm not. I think that's what I mean by that. Instead of a $200 pair of sneakers, I might have $120 pair of sneakers.
Mhm.
You know, but I'm not. I just know I'm not about to put together an outfit that cost me $500 or $600
Yeah, no,
for
no,
a
no.
Saturday to walk around the
So
mall and let other dudes look at me.
I think it hit me.
Hmm.
So Damon Wayans Jr. used to be on a show called Happy Endings.
Okay.
And I used to love the show. It's not
Mhm.
what you think. But um on one of the episodes, Damon Wayans, his actual father, comes on the episode and plays his father on the show.
Mhm.
And he had reached the status where all he wanted to do was wear tracksuits.
Mm. Mm.
I realized on my road trip that I'm rocking the tracksuits now. Like when
Mhm.
I drive, I'm Adidas tracksuit all the way down. I
Yeah.
have one for the drive out, I have one for the drive back, and I
Yeah,
may
yeah.
have one just to hang out in. But
Uh-huh.
I'm all the way down to the shoes. I'm Adidas all the way down. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm sitting at the gas station and looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, did I hit UNC status?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Because
Here's my thing.
it went back to that moment with Damon Wayans wearing nothing but tracksuits, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh,
If you got
man,
a tracksuit and the shoes or a sweatsuit
yeah,
and the shoes that all match,
yeah,
you moving into unk status. You moving up
bro.
that way.
I went and I bought 4 pairs of Adidas shoes to match my different tracksuits. I
Yeah.
ain't never done that before in my life. I would always wear a black pair of shoes. I would have on and I started wearing Adidas shoes just because they were comfortable between
Yeah.
Adidas and Skechers, and I still love my Skechers, but that's a whole different conversation. Just because those slip-ins are great. You don't even gotta bend over to put on some slip-ins. You
It's
just
just
put your foot and it's
Hey, wait, we should add sketches to the unk list. That's
yes, I
automatic.
think I
That's
think
automatic
so.
unk
I think
list.
so, but the slip-ins are great, dog. And they're
Yeah.
so comfortable and lightweight. I got
Okay.
3 pairs of them too.
I okay.
I wear them every day. I got them in assorted colors
Yeah.
to match with and I have the dressier ones. I don't have the slip-in sneakers. I got the
Mm,
dressier ones so I can
yeah.
wear them to work.
Oh my God. Hey man, if they work, they
Yeah.
work. See, here's the other thing. We unks dress for comfort versus
Yes.
fashion.
Yes. The bro, I realize like you go to certain people's house, you got to
Yeah.
take your shoes off, right? When
Hmm.
you're getting ready to leave, you got to put your shoes back on.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be trying to get up off the floor after you had to get down on one knee to try to
Exactly.
put your foot back in the shoe. You got the slip-ins. You just pop that
Stuff.
in
Plop,
and you
plop.
out to go. You ain't got to tie any shoelaces or anything. It's beautiful. It
Are,
is a beautiful
are
thing.
you trying to talk me into getting slow? Because that's what it sounds like. It got me a little
They're
bit,
comfortable.
I'm
They're
like,
comfortable.
I should tell Bay that I want to try these sketches slip-ons on.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Now, but wait. Now he got an ultimate argument. And
Yes.
I know you know it's coming.
Mhm.
Skechers or Crocs?
I got a both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have I for the longest time I said I would never do Crocs.
Yes, you
But
did. You did.
I did get a pair, and they're
Yeah.
very comfortable.
Yes.
I'm about to get 2 more pair
Uh-huh.
because I want to have a pair for cutting grass. So I have a so the my existing pair will be the ones for cutting grass in, And yes, I do wear them with
Oh,
socks. So that is unk
oh,
status right there. If you wear Crocs or slides with socks, that is unk status. So yes,
I'm
I
done.
I want a pair.
I'm done. You
I
didn't you
want a
didn't
pair
already
for
you didn't put me there.
yeah. I want a pair just for in the yard. I
Yeah.
want a pair for in the house because I don't wear slides in the house anymore.
Mhm,
I've gotten
mhm.
to because I didn't took a L down the stairs. I
Hey,
it's another
it'll
story for
train you,
another day.
won't it? It'll
Right.
train you.
So I have my Crocs for downstairs because the hardwood's a little cold. So I
Yeah.
I pop them off. I leave them downstairs, and then I
Mhm.
want a pair to have in my car. So when I road trip, so when I road trip, I can road trip in the Crocs. I can go in and out the gas stations, and then when I get to my destination, I put on my shoes.
Yeah, yeah. I cut grass in Crocs as well. They need to make a Croc boot so I can cut my grass with a boot or 3/4, and I can put my sweatpants, my pants on, and my Crocs and go cut my lawn.
Yes, dog. I'm all sweatpants, dog, in the
That,
winter.
that
I love it. I love the
me too.
fall, so I can switch to sweatpants.
Me too, bro.
It's the greatest thing ever.
I just looked at my catalog of sweatpants because you move in my closet. I moved the things that are in season
Yes.
closer to the door, right? So I ain't
Mhm.
gotta go in there and go grabbing all types of stuff. I
Yeah.
can just grab something and keep it moving.
Yeah, yeah,
Now my
yeah.
sweatpants now hit the back corner in the
Mhm,
wall, so they've hit
mhm.
the trifecta back there. So
Mine have
I'm
not officially phased out yet, but I
no,
have the main closet and the vacation closet. So all
yeah,
mine are lined up in the vacation closet, and
gotcha.
I still wear them on the weekends,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
or like a day like today.
I never said I don't wear 'em. I
Mhm.
just keep a couple lighter pair.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My heavy ones are back there. My
Mhm.
lighter summer pair are a little bit
Yeah.
closer to the front, so I can grab those. But I have a specialty lawn pair that I
Yeah.
have that have a couple holes in them. If
Yes.
if they got holes in the pockets,
Mhm.
those are grass cutting.
Lawn. Yeah.
Yep, those are for the
Bro,
lawn.
bro,
Yeah.
I I had a pair of shorts.
Uh-huh.
And they're not jorts. I do have some jorts up on the shelf, and I'm hoping they come back.
Okay.
John Cena ain't cool enough to bring them back, so I have them on the shelf, waiting for the day that they actually come back in style.
Mhm.
But I had these pair of shorts, and I loved these shorts. Right?
Mhm.
They they came down to about my knees. They had the little
Yeah.
straps that hung down and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They had
yeah.
their own little belt built into them.
Yeah.
I love wearing these shorts, right?
Uh-huh.
Knee length, right?
Yeah.
Actually they came just below my knees.
Mm.
Love wearing these. My favorite pair, solid blacks, right?
Yeah.
Had them on over the weekend. My wife's like, "Stop right there." I'm like, "What?" And I see her with her phone out there
Uh-huh.
trying to snap a picture. She's like, "Have you noticed anything wrong?" I'm like, "No." She took her finger and poked me. I had a hole straight down. I had wore these all day, not just around the house. I've been
You've been
out.
out. Oh my God,
It was
bro.
a rip, not in the inseam, just on the cheek. One cheek ripped straight
Oh,
down.
you don't wash
I
them
could,
too much.
oh man.
You don't wash
I
the fabric
could have
away.
accepted on the inseam, but it
Yeah.
wasn't even on that. It was
You just got
down.
a
It was
straight rip right down there.
Yes, down on the cheek, dog.
Oh my God.
I
Well,
was
hey,
I was
I'm gonna
I
tell you, I'm gonna give you a blessing. You had on clean underwear.
I did.
There you go. Hey, there it
But
is.
would this put me in unk status if I stitched them
Yes.
back together?
Oh hell yeah. I mean, oh heck yes. Hey, we know Unks will save something, boy. Hey, and them picnic covering shirts, you know, the covers, picnic covers, and all
Yeah.
them type of shirts with the checkerboards and all of that stuff. Those are Unk Stack shirts, bro.
Bro.
Yeah. I looked at
They in my
some the other day.
vacation closet, dog.
Yeah, I looked at some the other day. Not in the closet. I was gonna buy some brand new ones. I was like, "Ooh, that's cool. Look at that blue. It's got 3 color blues in it." And you know, I can wear these with all
Oh,
types of
man.
stuff. My wife was like, "If
Oh.
you don't put that down," I was like, "What's wrong with that?"
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So, all right. Let's get back. Let's get back serious. Let's get back serious.
Yeah.
Is there a line between being out of touch
Mhm.
and wisdom?
Oh, that's a good one. Because I'm gonna say, huh? Because a lot of the old cats that I would think of
Mhm.
that spoke on that wisdom and stuff like that, and were smart, and
You,
they were out a little bit out of touch. They weren't stylish.
right? Right?
You know, it was kind of like they
Mhm.
were stuck in time.
Yeah. What was it? I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Mhm.
When my man got out of prison and
Yeah.
he came out with his goldfish in his
Yeah,
platform
with his
shoes.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he was out
But
of touch.
he was out of touch, you know. But uh, I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say that there's that's difficult because I feel as though most cats in that era. Here's the thing: we like what we like, and what's
Yeah.
comfortable for us is what works. You know, just because the new shiny thing is out, don't mean it works for. So I'm not gonna say
So
out of touch. I'm just gonna say it's just as wisdom.
we older men that would be
Mhm.
considered that unk, right?
Yeah.
They would offer up. They'd be like, "Hey, young blood,
Hmm.
come here.
Yeah, come here. Let
Let me
me holler
school
at you.
you.
Yep.
Let me teach you a little something. Let me learn you something.
Hmm.
Let me holler at you, right?" And
Yeah.
we would listen. And whether or not we
Mhm.
thought that they were full of it
Yeah.
or or this was some good wisdom, we
Hmm.
listened.
Yeah.
Now, if you
And
go to a lot of these young cats, man, I ain't got time for all that. Ain't nobody listening
yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think there is, because a lot of times if we offer up unsolicited advice, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the key, is the unsolicited advice.
Hmm.
I think when we were coming up, we had that unsolicited advice all the time.
All the
Like
time.
if you was trying to holler at a female and it did not work out and somebody
Yep.
saw it, come here,
Yeah.
young
Come
blood.
here. Come here. Let me holler at you for a minute. Let me tell you
Right?
about something. You know, let me tell you what I
You
saw.
know, you're hurt, but you're gonna listen and you're gonna try it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You offer, man, you don't know what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, man, you don't even approach these little young boys with that.
Mm-mm.
They're unapproachable.
Yeah.
Uncoachable, unapproachable. I ain't gonna say all of them are unapproachable and uncoachable, you know, but
Mhm.
for the very most part, you know, they got a saying, they got them, they call YNs,
Mhm.
you know,
Why
now
ends?
YNs.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
I
you
can't
gonna
say it on
explain?
I can't say it on young.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's that is what YNs mean.
Mhm.
And those are the ones that we're talking about right now. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's ones you cannot have a conversation with. The ones
Mhm.
that'll call you unk and not meaning the respectable unk. Like,
Okay.
get out of my way, dummy. You know what I mean? Look at the goofy. He a goofy. That's what they call him too. I don't know
Mhm.
if that's the same term, but I you know, Ah,
Right.
I got grandbabies, but they,
You know, um, I've been a wrestling fan for a long time, right? And
yeah.
there's a company called AEW, All Elite
Hmm.
Wrestling, right? It's
Hmm.
owned by Tony Khan, who's the son of the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right.
Yeah. Mark Henry, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Mark
Yeah.
Henry.
Wrestler. Yep.
Yeah, Mark Henry was formerly the world's strongest man, right?
Yep.
Two-time
Hmm.
and Olympian, right?
Hmm.
Mark Henry worked for AEW for a little while, right?
Hmm.
And he was trying to be an advisor, a coach for a lot of the younger guys, right? He
Yep.
would see something, he would try to offer his advice, and people didn't want to listen to it. They
Hmm.
didn't, because he was offering unsolicited advice to these younger guys,
Yep.
and people rejected it. They push back, and that's
Hmm.
one of the biggest examples that you see, especially in the sports world. Like, you see Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith and Shaq on on their show,
Hmm.
and they talk about these young NBA players.
Hmm.
Oh, they just salty, they just this, they just that. Oh, nobody want to hear all that, right?
Hmm.
Steve Smith, right, former Panther great,
Hmm.
uh, made a criticism of I'm trying to remember the player, and he came from Alabama too,
Yeah.
but he made a criticism of a wide receiver, right? I think he might be with Cleveland now, but he
Hmm.
was with Denver at the time, right?
Hmm.
Made a criticism of. He's like, that's why I don't, you know,
Hmm.
that's why I don't mess with you. I'm gonna clean it
Right.
up, right?
Hmm.
But a lot of times when you say stuff, whether it's your job to speak it in the media,
Yeah.
that they don't like that criticism, so it's
Hmm.
that unsolicited. Now if you came to me and said, hey, how can I improve my game, how can I do this, like if we sat there and just started ripping other podcasts that were out there, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because there are a lot of podcasts where people are maybe our age, older, or even younger.
Yeah.
I met a young lady over the weekend,
Hmm.
9 years old, and
Hmm.
she's on her 4th season of her podcast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very special young
Awesome.
lady. Very special young lady. She's gonna be something amazing one day.
Mm.
Just brilliant, like her. Yeah, whole different story. But anyway, offering advice when it's asked for
Hmm.
is one thing, but offering
Right.
unsolicited advice, that can be where, you know,
Yeah, but
you get you get that pushback, and it's not referred to in a friendly, playful way.
yeah, I think though,
It's more derogatory.
with respect to these guys, these athletes and stuff like that, that's those guys' job is to critique them. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
And they're gonna say those harsh things. Look at what happened over the past weekend with Shador Sanders.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Look at that. You know, one person, I think it was more than one, but they pretty much blackballed this young dude.
Yeah, the owners did.
Yeah, the owners did,
Mhm.
and it's just like, why would, to me, I felt like all the commentators and everybody else were talking about how high this kid should be drafted.
Mhm.
But the owners come back and say, yeah, no, we're not going to do that.
His ego, and
Mm.
they needed to humble him. Yeah.
Yeah, you think so? You think
Yeah.
it was that? Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely do. I absolutely
Mm.
do. Yeah. I don't think, I'm not gonna say they needed to, they wanted to, by doing
Mm.
that. And they told the teams to get him off the draft boards. I believe that when that report came out, I believe that report 100%, because there is no reason at all that you're going to tell me that Mason Rudolph is
Right.
better
It's better
than
than
this kid.
Shador Sanders.
You will suck
Exactly.
it up and draft him. And then
Yep.
a team like Cleveland drafts him, and they drafted a quarterback already. They drafted a
Exactly. They
quarterback
got
the day
4
before.
in their bullpen. They got
Right.
4.
Yeah.
Actually
So there's
5.
5
Come
now.
on.
So
Yeah.
that's a whole different story
Mm-hmm.
for another day. But
Yeah.
let's go ahead and pull this into the last word.
All right.
And now, the last word.
Mm,
Oh, I'll run with this one.
all right.
Um, so whether you're being called a unk in jest or just wearing the title with pride, remember this is not about age or style. It's about how you carry yourself. It's how you are able to achieve growth and how much game you still bring to the table. See, being called unk doesn't mean you're out of touch. It means that you've lived, you've learned, and now you've got something to offer. So go ahead and drop some wisdom and keep ever evolving because the real ones know that unk has that real experience.
That's true. All right, look at you.
Yeah. Let's take it to break, bro. As we do each week, we like to close the show with just a little bit of inspiration. We've all heard the saying, with age comes wisdom, but we all know that that's not true. You see, this saying is based on the idea that with more experience we have, the more opportunity we've got to learn, reflect, and grow. But wisdom doesn't automatically come with age. It comes from what we do with our experiences. If someone reflects on their life, learns from their mistakes, and stays open to growth, they tend to become wiser over time. On the other hand, it is possible to grow older without growing wiser, especially if someone repeats the same patterns over and over and over again and avoids self-reflection. So really, age gives us the chance to become wiser, but it's up to us to earn it. As we grow older, it's easy to focus on what's changing, our appearances, our energy, the passing of time. But growing older isn't something to fear, it's something to own. Because with each year, you get the opportunity to experience life. That perspective is something you simply can't fake or fast track. Age is simply not an ending. You see, Colonel Sanders was 65 when his chicken recipe caught on. Samuel L. Jackson was 46 when he got his breakout role in Pulp Fiction. Julia Childs was in her 50s when she published her first cookbook. This just means that you still have time to try something new, rewrite your story, and make an impact. So Manspace Nation, don't count the years, make the years count. Age isn't a limit, it's a launching point. You're not running out of time, you're just getting started.
Well, I like that. Not running out of time. You're just
getting started. Yeah, man.
Dang.
That's it. It's never too late to start, man. It's never too late to start.
It's never too late. It's never too late to start learning or doing anything, man. This world is it's for everybody and it's open at all times. You want to do something, you want to go do something, go do it. Try it.
Yeah, man.
Worst thing you do is go die and never try.
Yeah, man. Like, weren't you like 58 when you started podcasting?
Man, close enough. and you was 52. So So
These are not actual ages here.
yeah,
Man
they
Space
are
Nation.
not, ladies and gentlemen. They
We are
probably think
joking.
so. They be like, look at that bald head, great,
No, right? Boy, you looking
it's a little
extra.
premature.
You looking extra frosty over there.
Hey, if I learned this the other day through UNC Status because somebody said, "Hey, Unc," talking to he said, "When you turn your head, man, I can see. I thought you had some aluminum foil or something in your head." I was like, "Aluminum foil?
Ooh.
What are you talking about?" It's like because when you turn your head like that, the sun, you catch them silver, shimmers. I said, "Man, if you don't get out of here, dog, I'm gonna punch you in the eye." You know what
Bro,
I'm saying?
it wasn't till you just turned your head that I realized that you had actually shaved because it looks all gray up there.
Yeah, bro. It's shady.
Oh man, the way
Mhm.
everything was just reflecting off the dome.
Yeah,
You
it
was
look
looking gray up there, bro.
yeah, bro. It ain't nothing up there.
Oh
Ain't nothing up there.
man.
That's what he was teasing me about. He was like, "Man, you got like silver, like
Oh
glitter in your
God.
you got glitter in your in your scalp." Now we talk about each other all the time. You know what I mean? I'll be murdering I be
That's just
murdering that little
dandruff.
young dude. You know what
That's
I
just
mean?
dandruff. That's all.
Right. You the type of
Is that
cat to come in. I be like, bruh, your mom ain't got no chicken grease to put on your knuckles. You know what I mean? So, certain people they look forward to seeing us
Yeah,
meet each other for the
yeah.
first time in the day.
Of course.
Because there's always some fun insults, But
Yeah.
he called me Unc, and we talk frequently. But
Yeah.
yeah, we roast each other too, though.
So after this episode, let's see how you react when he calls you Unc.
Yeah, I might punch him this time. I'd be like, what? First, I'm gonna say, what kind of Unc? You know what I'm saying? Two types of unks. Which type you talking about? You know what I mean? Shoot.
Oh man. Man, Space Nation. Every Monday night, you can catch new episodes of the Man Space Podcast 2 days early than everybody else on WTMSTV.com Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time, you get it. The Throwback Thursdays with back to back episodes of the Man Space Podcast every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
There
And
it
then
is.
Wednesday, you can catch us where everybody else catches us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On all the social media platforms. Make sure you give us a heart and like us on those, wherever you listen to us at.
That's all that matters.
Like us,
Just
follow
like
us,
us and love
give us a heart.
That's it.
Just give us a
That's
little
it.
love.
That's it.
Give us a little love.
Yeah, just don't call me
And
pat me on my back. I crack myself up.
And on that note,
we out of here.
thank you for listening to this episode of The Man Space.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Man Space updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at manspacenat1.
Until next time, Man Space Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out
of here.
because I am trying to get out of these big back activities, right?